Hey guys, it's Moody here, and I'm currently narrating this in the morning, so if I sound slightly tired, that would be why, and I apologize, but this is a battle I had on, my stream from, I don't know, a month ago, maybe, or more than that. So, it's actually OU. I don't know, I didn't really bother discussing the team preview too much, because my team is pretty basic. It's a sand team, but his is a sand team. So you got the basic OU shit going in here, and I led off with Rotom, thinking I can just Volt Switch out if I have to. So that happens to be the case here. I'm gonna Volt Switch out as he goes into Ferrothorn. So I figured the best option for me right now is to go into my Terrakion. I'm not exactly sure what kind of Terrakion this is. I think it's a choice scarf, but I'm not entirely sure. I also am not sure as to why he didn't switch out. I just figured I'm going to go straight for close combat, but he didn't even bother switching out. I mean, I thought that was slightly weird, but I am locked into a close combat now, I think. I am locked into a close combat, and I'm pretty sure I'm scarfed. And he goes into Heatran, which is going to die from close combat. Which is probably means that I'm scarfed. Maybe he thought that since he's scarfed, he'd outspeed me, but that doesn't happen to be the case. That was really weird. And then Terrakion comes in. I don't know why I switch out here. I kind of might have been better off just going for close combat again, but I figured going to Gliscor is the best counter to any Terrakion ever, except if you're running a Terrakion with random HP Ice, but there's that stuff. So I decided to switch out into my Gliscor. It's probably the best move on my part, because I don't really want to risk losing my Terrakion, really, even though I would have outsped, but it's meh, I don't want to take that risk. I better off just going into Gliscor and killing it off with Earthquake, and that's what's going to happen here. And after this, it's basically I won't really need Gliscor, because I don't know, the threat is knocked out, really. So he goes into his Mandibuzz, I believe that's what it's called, and Mandibuzz is it's got a high physical defense, so my Ice Fang is not doing a lot to it at all. So here I'm I gotta attack it from the special side, so I'm just gonna send in my Rotom. I don't know what his hidden power is, but it's not super effective to me, so I wasn't too worried, especially since Mandibuzz isn't a very offensive Pokemon in general, so I wasn't too worried about that. I thought, okay, I'm gonna bring out Rotom. He's probably going to want to switch. That's why I went for Volt Switch. So I can easily get another poke in as he switches in and get the switch initiative. But that's not what happens here. And instead, he does take a chunk of damage, and it's not going to kill him, obviously, because it's only a Volt Switch. So he does go for Toxic and hits my Tyranitar, honestly. At this point, the only good thing Tyranitar is going to do for me now is set up rocks, because I don't carry an Ice Beam or a Stone Edge or anything like that. So he goes for Roost, and I'm oh, this thing is such a pain in the ass right now, man. So I set up Stealth Rock just in case, maybe he wants to switch out at some point and come back in and take some damage. So getting Stealth Rock up would be useful, especially since I can't really do much else to it right now, which is kind of meh to me. So I am hurt by poison. It's whatever. So here I go back into my Rotom, because I think this is really one of the few things that's going to hit Mandibuzz for a nice amount of damage. So I still am not really sure what the hidden power is. It's not Ice, because it wasn't super effective to Gliscor. It's not very effective to Rotom. Electric? But then it wouldn't hit Gliscor. Oh my goodness. I don't know. It doesn't matter. In the end, the hidden power does not do a lot, and I decided to go for Hydro Pump this turn, knowing, okay, if he didn't even switch out when I wanted to Volt Switch, he's not going to switch out now, so I'm just going to go for a Hydro Pump. Unfortunately, I get a crit, so technically he could have tried to stall me out with a Roost or something, which would have been so heck of a lot annoying. But another thing I could have done if I did happen to lose Rotom was go into Terrakion later on, just get a good switching. I really didn't want to go into Terrakion just in case he went for a Brave Bird or something, so that was the case there. So I go into Terrakion right now. I must be Scarfed, otherwise there's no reason I go into it, and luckily for me, sorry, he goes into Tyranitar, which means I get to kill it off with an easy close combat. And once again, he doesn't really bother switching out, which I found somewhat weird, but I guess that's the way things go. Either he has a huge ass fighting weakness, or he just doesn't want to switch. I don't know what to say about that. It's really awkward. So he goes into Drachi now, so I go into my Scissor thinking he's going to want to Iron Head me. Iron Head would be super effective to a Terrakion, so I figured I want to save Terrakion. I might need him later, so this Scizor's Choice Banded. That's why I figure I'm just going to U-turn out, especially since he's going to have the chance to go first. I'm going to U-turn out. I'm going to get whatever amount of damage I can on it. And then when I go back in, I'll go into Terrakion. That way I'll just outspeed the Drachi. And both my physical Pokemon are probably going to be able to kill it off with U-turn plus, I think I go for a close combat this turn. I'm not sure, but I think it's close. Yeah, I go for close combat, and that's definitely going to kill it off, so I don't really have to worry about him calm minding up too much or setting up or whatnot. But that's also going to be the game. I hope you guys enjoyed, and also if you were at Chase's stream last night, I happened to be there sometimes bitching at Chase, and I've got a few battles from that stream too, so you can look out for those. Maybe I'll stream this weekend, maybe not, but in the end, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video.